Here's this Air King 18-inch pedestal fan model 9119. This one's from 2020. Recently found in the projects in the neighborhood I used to live in. Guessing this was used in the basement, considering that it was covered with immense amount of dirt on it. I'm guessing that basement experienced a flood from that storm that hit the city of New York. It was very heavy rain, and I'm guessing that basement flooded, which got all the dirt onto the fan. Um, so I had to bleach this from top to bottom, and I had to do the same with the parts I got from the other fan. So came out looking nice. Looks very new, maybe because it is. It's only 3 years old. The base is clean. Only thing I had to replace was this height adjustment knob. The original one had a crack on it, as usual. Blade pitch is quite exceptional. It's not as good as that older one over there, which were pitch a bit more steeper. By the way, that's what the badge looks like. That one's the other grill set I got. This one here is a older Lasko 1820 from 2006. But yeah, so I gave it the badge from the one of the Air King fans, the older ones. This one has the badge of the Air King 9016 from the year 2000. And despite its condition, it actually makes the fan look much better. I mean, they introduced that other badge mainly for this, but this one actually looks a lot more better compared to the other one. I mean, it gleams along with the grills, which I guess were chromed. Only thing is that it rattles, and it's mainly because of the type of clip design they made for this. Now, the clip, the top one, is very thin, and they tend to break. Therefore, these badges will fall out, and I guess that's why they had to make the redesign over there. But otherwise, it's not really bad. But enough of the talk. Here's high. The airflow is quite exceptional, and the noise it's making is not insanely loud. That's quite a decent breeze right there. There's medium. You know, despite the downgrade that Lasko made on this blade set from ever since they introduced these back in 2002, it still manages to push a good amount of air. It has a very good air volume. And there's it would have been a decent fan. It's quite quiet, but that badge rattling, it's what makes it noisy. Now I'm quite glad I found this, because usually you will never find an Air King fan in the trash. You usually find the Lasko counterparts. The oscillation works well. There's no faults with it. I had to replace the original one though. The gearbox, some components of it that drives the oscillation. Mainly the engager. One of the teeth were broken, so it had to be replaced. And it works fine now. Back to medium. That balance is actually quite decent. It's not really abysmal or anything. Even though the hub seems to be shaking a lot. Yeah, the balance is actually really good. And now here's off. The bearings had quite good spin down. Thing is, I had to clean out the whatever debris is probably inside the bearings. Usually these bearings they're mostly not lubricated properly, so I pretty much had to clean out the bearings with WD-40. Added some of that 3-in-1 motor oil with a blue can, and you see, as you can see right there, the spin out is very decent. But there you have it. That's the Air King 18-inch oscillating pedestal fan model 9119 from 2020.